Hey guys, so I'm reaching out to you today because I want to share my story. I don't think I ever have publicly in relation to why I chose to do therapy in the first place. And I will say that it was definitely a journey, a personal journey that was a bit trying. I wish God could have taken me in a different direction to get here, but He didn't. But I will say I value all the experiences that I have had in order to get here, even the bad ones. So my why of why I wanted to do therapy in the first place basically starts out from when I was 15 years old. I was raped by a stranger at the end of my block while I was walking my dog. I was met after the fact with a lot of questions of like, well, what did you have on? And why were you out so late? It wasn't super late. It was summertime. It was around 10 o'clock. And I didn't have anything scantily clad or whatever you on. I had a long sleeve shirt on, and had a shirt and the collar came up to here, had on loose fitted jeans. I was getting trained on my first job, so they were training us how to sit in interviews and things of that nature, and so I didn't have anything that was provocative on at the moment, but even still, that doesn't really matter. I walked my dog and a man approached me from behind with a knife and proceeded to violate me. I tried as hard as I could to not let it define me. Of course, as most victims or survivors of assault or abuse, they want to hide it. They don't want anyone to know. And actually, it's taken me 15 years. Yeah, close to 15 years to even share it. So it takes a while for you to actually say, like, I went through this. Someone, hurt me. Someone did something to violate me. It makes you feel weak, and it makes you feel like your world is just flipped upside down. Although it has been 15 years for me, I don't think I can or will ever get over it. And I think that's one of the biggest things that people, especially in African American communities, culturally ethnic backgrounds, they have that mentality. We have that mentality as a culture to kind of say, get over it. You're fine. You'll get over it. Pray about it. You'll be fine. Thank God that I had a mother who was proactive enough to make me, force me to go to therapy. So I attended therapy at Women Organized Against Rape. I didn't sit in group, but I worked one-on-one with an individual therapist who was an intern actually at University of Penn. If I were to ever meet her again, I would completely thank her for all the efforts that she gave me. But it was helpful, and it changed my life, because when I was putting in the work and doing the things and the homework that she was giving me to tell me, it was hard and it was scary. From some of the PTSD that I suffered from, I wouldn't allow people to walk behind me. So if there was a crowd of people around, I would make sure that my back was against the wall or my back was against something so no one could walk behind me. And one of the exercises was to kind of be in a space where you are fairly safe, but allow people to walk behind you. Even that small thing it's like fighting back tears now. It's like, it was petrifying. It was petrifying to kind of go through the motions of healing. That's why I think I'm here now, to kind of work with people on that, because the biggest issue was that in order for me to heal, I had to feel it. I had to feel all of those feelings that I went through, and had to grapple with my emotions and worked on anger. Sorry, I needed a second. So with working on my anger, and because for so many years people would always say, you're so angry, why are you so angry? And a lot had transpired in my life, along with parents getting divorced, moving, uprooting, dealing with poverty, things like that. Also was contributing factors to why I was so angry. But I think as a teenager, that was one of the things that kind of really switched and flipped my entire personality. The trauma that I experienced was real, and the trauma brain literally, scientifically, looks different than a brain that was not traumatized. And so my brain was literally rewired, and I had to learn to live again. And it was hard. It was tough. Teenage years were not fun. And college in the beginning was pretty scary, doing things by myself. But I think as a survivor, you have to learn how to cope and how to push through it. And that's what I did. I went to school for psychology and started learning a lot of techniques in understanding the brain and understanding the mind in relation to the body, and understanding why I may have, my thoughts, why certain thoughts were continuing to pop up into my head, and why my body would physically react to it, and emotions and all of that. Then I decided to go back to grad school because I think it was important, and I realized my true love was, and my passion was therapy, was working with people, working with their trauma, helping people get through the blues, or anxiety, depression, things of that nature that all comes with kind of what I went through. So I guess, if you will, I'm wanting to pay it forward. I like working with people. I like talking to people. I like working with their mind and working with your body and understanding mind, body, soul aspects of things. And I wanted to share that with you guys because I don't think I was ever able to share my why I'm doing therapy. And I hope this helps someone, if not, at least one person, to recognize that you are not alone, but you may not ever get over it. But that's okay, because it's not about getting over it, it's about getting through it. I don't know if you can ever get over trauma. It's now a part of you. And if you allow it to, you can use that energy to help people instead of hurt people. And that's what my goal is, to help as many as I can.